So I think the key thing is stick in the whole product market fit for a longer period of time until, forget what it says in the books. You'll know when you're scaling, it'll hurt, right? Until you're really in pain, and then start to scale. Don't scale too early. Don't, because you could spend a lot of money thinking that you have product market fit when you really don't.
So I listen to this. I'm scouting digital and tech trends around the world in order to bring it to you. And I've helped numerous companies to set up ecosystems of digital products and services and to increase their reach with attention hacking.
Hey guys, I say hi from the InsureTech Connect here in Las Vegas, and I'm happy to have Attia here on a very special day, isn't it?
It is. It's exactly our 3rd anniversary, so we have got 3 candles on the cupcake as of today. 3 years from 3 of us in a PowerPoint and an Excel presentation.
Wow, congratulations. And do you have any special celebration plan today?
No, here's the challenge, right? So we made it to 3 years, so that means that we have a lot of work. And so we actually forgot that it was our 3rd anniversary, and our marketing team, I just emailed them and they said, oh, and they're starting to write a blog. We didn't forget about it year 1 and year 2, but this year we're hitting the scale stage and we're busy, so we start forgetting about things like anniversaries.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, this sounds like a lot of work if you forget your anniversary. But, if I forget mine at home, I won't get out of it when I say it's too much work. Yeah. But besides of that...
I won't forget my wife's anniversary now.
Oh, okay, Katja, I don't forget yours either. All right. You just said scaling, so you're in the scaling phase. What are your current challenges and topics there?
Yeah, I mean, we saw our first year broadly as product MVP, and then the second year as product market fit. And we thought a year ago that we had gotten to product market fit, but we sort of fooled ourselves. We weren't there. And how we know we're there now is it's not like the heavens open and the sun comes down. We know because the wheels are falling off the truck and we're trying to meet demand and scale the company in a lot of different ways, and everything gets really, really hard. So that's how we know we're at scale. Every little thing gets very, very difficult to do. Yeah.
But, I'm talking about the difficulties of scaling. It's sort of a luxury problem because you made it so fast, so fine, so good. Yeah. And my question to you is, what could startup founders that are in a little bit more early stage learn from you that founded such a successful company?
Yeah. I think the first thing is to be careful on when it is time to scale, because you can spend a lot of money in scaling, and if you aren't really at product market fit, you're going to spend a lot of money that's not going to go anywhere. So I think the key thing is stick in the whole product market fit for a longer period of time until, forget what it says in the books. You'll know when you're scaling, it'll hurt, right? Until you're really in pain, and then start to scale. Don't scale too early. Don't, because you could spend a lot of money thinking that you have product market fit when you really don't.
And what do you mean with pain?
Every little thing gets difficult to do. It gets harder to get things out of R&D. It gets harder to, engage with customers. It gets harder to hire people. Everything gets a little bit harder, and I think that's how you sort of truly know you're starting to scale. And I think product market fit. It's interesting. You feel you have control over it, but it really is the market that creates itself, and then you one day find that you're meeting a market need. Yeah. Yeah.
You are also cooperating and working together with carriers, insurers in your markets. What kind of tips do you have for innovators in those companies that want to bring it forward, that want to innovate and to modernize it, but that have the struggles of a corporation? What kind of tips can you give them?
Sure. And I think that's also linked to scale, only because our hypothesis was we could innovate. Yeah. And I think we could agree that some of the corporates have a challenge with innovation, but we have a challenge with scale. We have a challenge with scale, and they do have scale. So the hypothesis is if we can bring the innovation and we can work with them to get to scale, then it'll be magical. However, it's difficult, right? So it's difficult to work with large strategics, and they find it difficult to work with us. And I think a couple of different things, we've worked with them for quite a while now, so we do have, one of our advantages, we've worked with large carriers for a while, but I think I think the challenge is, or the issue that you could have with the strategics is you really have to find somebody that has exactly the same long-term vision as you, and it shows when they do. And that means you have to talk to a whole bunch of them and try to find the one that's got the same vision, because if all they say is they want to pilot it or just put some things out, those are the ones that you have to be very careful about. You have to find the ones that really want to go. Like, for example, Cooperators in Canada, we were surprised that they were like, let's go, let's put a digital insurer out, let's bring it up quickly. You have to find those, and you're going to have to kiss a lot of frogs to find...
So you also say sometimes you no.
You're going to have to say no a lot. No is a very powerful word. And it's hard to do that when you're small and a lot smaller than the other guys, but they have a lot of resources and we don't. Yeah. And they can burn resources. So one of the things we did is we tried to make, we try to tune our revenue engine. And so everything from your marketing, your messaging, to even how you contract has got to be tuned. So when we found we were a product market fit, so people are coming to us, we said, here's our subscription agreement.
Okay.
We didn't say, and we said no to maybe 3 RFP processes so far, because we don't have resources to join an RFP process. We say, sign our subscription agreement. It's easy, it's monthly, just like Amazon AWS, but make it easy for them. But if something's easy and they don't want to do it, then you move on.
I've heard this of a lot of people in the market, that they say, we don't do customized things, we offer this, leave it or take it. Yeah. Do you think this is a trend in the InsureTech and insurance space?
No, I think it's important at the early stages, but if I pick the next stage where we start coming out of our niche, we're going to hit products where there's going to be customization. But hopefully by then we're going to be able to engage. We're going to have the resources to engage, right? So when you're trying to scale, one of the things we need is people to deliver. So one of the first people we had to do is get customer success people. We didn't want project people because we didn't want projects. Okay. So you don't build don't build a consulting organization, because then you're going to get a lot of consulting. So
that's what we do. Oh my God.
Well, if you want to be a consulting organization, that's fine. But if you're a product company, so we tried to make it really easy for them to sign up. And we just said, sign or don't sign. Okay. But that's going to change. We're going to have to engage. I would say a year from now, we're going to engage more fully. Yeah.
Which is also then larger project sizes, and then you can adapt. But at this very early stage, it's hard that not the founders spend all day only negotiating terms while you don't have the revenue there.
I mean, we're just spend half your time negotiating contracts, and then the other part raising money. So.
All right. One last question about the InsureTech Connect. You're here not the first time. No. What do you expect from this year?
Yeah, no, it's interesting. It is the third one. I mean, 3 years ago it was actually great, because it was just the startup and the funders, and you found everybody. Last year I couldn't find anybody. This year I expect it'll be even crazier. But I think it's important for us this year, because we are 3 years old and because our heads are down, we miss things. So it's now become not just us coming to talk about our greatest ideas. It's for us to come here and I think learn a little bit, because we have gaps now. Because when your head's down executing, you kind of get out of that first year frenzy where you're just throwing out great ideas, and so you start falling behind. So we're hoping to learn. I mean, that's what we come here to do. Yeah.
Okay. Tim, thank you very much for your time.
Hey guys, it would help us a lot if you could hit the subscribe button down there, and to make us also grow here on YouTube. Thank you very much.